Behind every award-winning campaign is a story. But behind every great award show are the people who champion creativity and help shape the industry's highest standards. I'm Nadine Michelle, and this is Award Tour Talks. Today, we're joined by Michael Kauffman, Executive Director of Clio Music Awards, where the worlds of music, advertising, entertainment, and culture come together to celebrate ideas that move people and leave a lasting impact. Award Tour Talks.
And really spearhead the Clio Music program. We have 5 active programs right now. The main Clio show, if you've watched Mad Men, which probably most people have watched, that's the one. They go to the Clios all the time. And then we have Clio Entertainment that focuses on TV and film marketing. We have Clio Health, obviously in that world, pharmaceutical and wellness, advertising and marketing. Clio Sports, Clio Music. I feel like I always am forgetting one.
No, I think, yeah.
We did have Clio Cannabis for a while. We were running a program for 5 years, and that was focused on the creative parts of that business. It was really interesting. That's
there used to be like Clio Fashion too.
We've kind of integrated some of that into the main Clios. We are launching a new program this year, Clio Creators, and that will be focused on that whole like up and coming influencer and just all the great like user generated content and stuff that's happening.
That sounds really nice.
So that's going to be launching this year, and so I focus on Clio Music. We also work to integrate music into a lot of the programs in a couple ways. One, we'll honor different people that have done, had some impact and done some pretty remarkable creative work. For example, we gave a Clio Music honorary award to a guy named Paul Williams, just an iconic songwriter. He's the head of ASCAP, which is one of the, if not the biggest performing rights organization. Paul has this amazing history. If you don't know who he is, just Google. And there's a documentary about him that's insane, that's so good, and there's a great trailer. But we honored Paul at the Clio Entertainment Show. We honored Lil Jon at the Clio Health Show because he's done all this great work for colon cancer.
Right.
So we're really looking, music is infused in everything, and how can we do things to amplify, really incredible, remarkable creative work and people in music in all the platforms, all the programs. So we do a lot of that, and these dinners, like I said, we do these Clio Salon dinners, which is fun.
The Clio Salon dinners are very interesting because how do you guys come about picking the artists to, I guess, honor and sit and have a meal with?
Well, it's really just dialogue with, it really comes through different channels. We'll talk to friends at agencies, meaning talent agencies, CAA or UTA. Or a lot of times we'll deal with a manager, we'll deal with, there's certainly a lot of great companies that are doing, collaborative work with brands and artists, and we work with companies like the New Agency and Joe Killian and others that do work, and they might be working with an artist and a brand, and they will say, hey, we're working on this with Harry Styles, whoever it is. It would be great to do dinner with Harry Styles, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
So a lot of it is just conversations, and now that we've done these, we've done, about a half dozen of them, and we've had really fantastic people that it's just been a pleasure and a joy to be at them. We had LL Cool J was the first one.
Wow.
And he is greatest of all time. He is the GOAT. We had Lin-Manuel Miranda, also, right?
GOAT.
Ryan Tedder, also, just people that have.
I guess had Common.
We had Common, that's right, yeah. And, it just is an opportunity for them to share a little bit about their vision. And now that we've done a few, there's just, I think, increased awareness and dialogue where people come to us and say, hey, so-and-so has this project, and this would be a really interesting one to, get together some people from sports and entertainment and advertising and really have a fun room. And the cool thing about the dinners is the artists will share and talk a little bit about how they collaborate, who they want to work with, and why, and what they're doing. And then we go around and everybody introduce themselves. And sometimes there's a question the artist might ask, how'd you get into the business or whatever. And everybody goes around and introduces themselves. And it's just such a cool dynamic. We always set it up so it's a big kind of round or squarish, but we're all facing each other. So you're really kind of having dinner with everybody. And inevitably, there's just fun things that come out of that. There's ideas. There's I remember one of the dinners, I think it was with Ryan Tedder, we had somebody from, I believe it was Apple, and somebody from an agency in LA, and the person from the agency, as we were going around, she was like, I interned for you 20 years ago. You know, it's so crazy, like this serendipitous.
It's always like a full circle moment when you're in different industries. Like, you know, the advertising specifically, like, you think industries are so vast and big, but they're actually quite small.
Yeah. Well, I think you also gravitate to other creative people, and you know, creative people. We all are creative people, and I think you sort of build a little network, and then people move to other places, and sometimes you shift and evolve. I don't know. You've probably had a lot of chapters in your life too, right?
God, so many.
You know,
yeah.
I hope this next chapter is a great one for us, right?
It's starting now. I mean, it's already great. It's already amazing. I'm sitting here talking to you, Michael Kauffman.
Award Tour Talk.